In this episode, you'll learn why every time you sleep on it or run your business decisions by someone else, you're asking permission to do the job you're already paying yourself to do. Hey. Welcome to She's That Founder Thursday edition. These are the quick rants, kick in the pants, velvet boot moments that represent me standing in the future, pulling you towards the even stronger, better, more powerful version of yourself with AI as your co-pilot. Okay, real talk. Last week, I had a client, brilliant woman, running a $2 million creative agency, and she spent 3 weeks deciding whether to fire a client who was literally abusive to her team. 3 weeks. Do you know what happened in those 3 weeks? She asked her mastermind. She asked her therapist. She asked her husband. She probably asked her barista. And here's what kills me. If she would have talked with me, we could have used ChatGPT to model the financial impact of keeping versus firing this client in like 90 seconds. Revenue analysis, team capacity freed up, opportunity cost would be done. But instead, she spent 3 weeks asking humans to validate a decision she already knew was right, which was to fire the client. But here's the thing. She already knew that answer on day 1. But she kept collecting opinions like she was gathering evidence for a trial. Like, if she just got enough people to agree with her, then and only then would the decision be right. So, listen, I know I sound harsh, but this isn't about my client. This is about all of us, women in business. Because how many times have you done this? I mean, I'm raising my hand. So many times is my answer. How many strategic decisions are sitting in your I need to think about it pile right now? The price increase that you need to make, that team member who's been underperforming for 6 months, that pivot that you've been considering since last quarter, or maybe your version is the client who pays late every single month, or the scope creep project. The scope creep. You keep accepting because you're afraid of what happens when you push back. So can I tell you what's really happening, what's actually going on here? It's not that you don't know what to do. You know exactly what to do. You are just scared that if you make the wrong call, it'll prove what that little voice has been whispering all along, that you are not actually qualified to be making these decisions in the first place. Does that sound familiar? It's covered on top by, I don't want to lose relationship with the client, or I don't want to fire somebody that I actually could have helped and they could have made a difference. We've all done it. But what's actually underneath is that you're scared that you're not qualified to make these decisions. So here's a mindset tweak that changes everything. Slow decision-making isn't careful leadership. It's expensive self-doubt. Every single day you sit on that decision, you're bleeding revenue. You're watching your team's trust erode in you and in your process. You're teaching yourself that you can't be trusted with the big calls. And here's what nobody tells you about the women who look like confident decision makers. You want to know the secret? They are not smarter than you. They are not more qualified than you. They just stopped asking permission from people who aren't writing the checks. They decided that making a B+ decision today, even a C+ decision today, beats making an A+ decision 3 months from now. Because here is what I've learned after 23 years of coaching founders. There is no perfect decision. There's only the decision you make and then what you do with it. So here's your framework. 3 questions, and I'm inviting you to actually write these down. These are game changers for my clients, and they were game changers for me when I finally figured out how to ask myself these questions. So question 1, what data do I actually need to make this call? Not who should I ask, not what if I'm wrong, just what information is required to make this decision clear. And sometimes it's revenue numbers, sometimes it's client feedback, sometimes it's just this person hasn't shown improvement in 90 days. So whatever data it is, get the data. Real data, not your feelings, impressions disguised as data. And this is where AI can become your secret weapon. Use it to run scenarios before you ultimately decide. So for instance, if I raise my prices by 20% and 30% of my clients leave, what happens to my revenue? AI can model that in like 30 seconds. So here's the next question. What's the cost of waiting? Not just money, but what is it costing you in energy, in your team rapport and trust? What's it costing your confidence in your decision-making? So what's it costing you? Because every time you delay a decision that you know needs to be made, and you probably already know the decision that needs to be decided, you're teaching yourself that you can't trust your own judgment. And that is expensive right now and over the long haul. So you can use AI here to analyze patterns that you can't see when you're in the weeds. A question that I've asked myself: what percentage of my difficult clients are actually profitable? And AI can pull that data and show you the pattern while you're still convincing yourself that, oh, this is just a one-off situation. It can really put it right up in your face and help you make the change. And question 3, can you course correct if you're wrong? And this is the golden question. Can you course correct if you're wrong? Because most decisions aren't permanent. You can adjust pricing and then adjust it back. You can rehire if you fire the wrong person. I get it, it's a whole rigmarole, but you really can find a new person. You can pivot back. You launch something, you decide it doesn't work, take it off the table and sunset it, or put a pin in it. You can pivot back. The only truly irreversible decision is the time spent and the opportunities missed while you're asking for permission from everyone except yourself and the information, the data. Here's what can shift when you use AI, and this is key. You don't need your entire mastermind to validate your strategic decisions. You need the information that helps you trust your own judgment. So use AI to stress test your thinking. What are the top 3 risks that come along with this decision, and how could I mitigate them? AI can be your strategic thinking partner without the 3-week turnaround time and the emotional baggage. And the goal isn't to let AI make your decisions. And it's not to put me as your business coach out of business. But the goal is to use AI to give yourself confidence to make these decisions faster, to fill in some of the information spaces that may be missing for you. So here's your bottom line. 1, slow decisions cost more than wrong ones. 2, you already know the decision that you want to make. You just are a little bit scared to trust yourself and you need a little more information. And 3, you can replace your overthinking with one AI prompt. So if you'd like to see some of the prompts other founders are using for this, we test new decision frameworks in the community. So join the AI for Founders community on LinkedIn. It's free. You'll get real-time access to what's actually working, and you'll find the link in the show notes. So go grab it and come join us. The decision that you're avoiding right now, make it today. Trust yourself. Decide. Use the data. Move forward. And I'll see you next Tuesday for a deep dive. Until then, stop asking permission and step into those big boss shoes. You've got this, Lovey. I'll see you soon.